Hello, I'm Ryan Zink, and this is Creative Intuitive Solutions, where I teach you how to use your imagination, your creativity, along with your clairvoyance to find solutions and create change. If you'd like to book a session with me, my booking site is facebook.com/88CIS88. And if you like this video, please like and share. So today I want to talk about potential, possibility, and probability. And these are three things that kind of go hand in hand, and potential leads into possibility, which leads into probability. So potential is kind of like the beginning stages of something. Possibility is like the middle ground, and probability is the actualization of that happening. So whatever you're living in your probability. You're living in your current probable reality. And so I want to talk about potential a little bit. And people will always see the potential in other people. So if you have the ability to do that and you meet a person and you say, wow, they're not really what I would like or how I'd like them to be, but wow, I can see the potential in them, you are taking a huge risk with that type of mindset. Because potential does not always turn into possibility. And possibility does not always turn into the actual probability of something happening. So you want to be careful if you are living from potential purely. Now, we do this on a daily basis, though. We have to use potential, possibility, and probability. So I'm pessimistic in thinking sometimes. So some of my examples may be kind of on the negative side, but you can always spin this to a positive if you're more optimistic. But let's say I get up and go for a walk. So that was my potential for the morning. I went up and now I'm on the walk. It's a possibility on my walk that somebody could jump me. So that's a possibility, especially in my neighborhood. Okay, so I'll be optimistic about this. It's also a possibility that I find $100 on the ground. That's a possibility too. Maybe somebody dropped $100. So if I found the $100, that would be my probability. So that would have been actualized. That would be my probable reality in that moment. So people do this with athletes too. They see somebody with potential, maybe in high school or college, and they see all that potential, and then maybe that person starts training, and the probability of success in that field comes more and more into possibility, and finally the probability, if the person works the way that they work to obtain that probability, it happens. So it's actualized. So I wanted to share with you today one of the abilities that I just acquired, or that I came into, is the ability to work with potential, possibility, and probability. There are infinite potentials, infinite possibilities, and infinite probabilities. Each set of potential creates a new set of possibility, which, if actualized, creates a new probability. And this is what creates our reality. So I have the ability now to actually go into a probability, and actually the ability to pull in more desirable probabilities for myself. And I'm still navigating this and learning how to do this. This is a new tool, a new spiritual or energetic tool that I'm using to create my reality. So I'm still learning, and I'm going to be using this on myself for the next month or so before I actually start working with clients with this. But just last night I was looking at this, and I was looking at the probability between me and a friend who are no longer friends, and the most actualized probability for him and me and his interaction with me was to leave me in blood on my front porch. So we're not friends. I'm not angry with him, but obviously he still has some anger with me. So that's his desire or his probability for me right now. That's not going to happen My probability is much different. It is that he comes over and we reconcile our friendship, and that he pays me back the money that he owes me, and that he does some chores for me around my house. That's my probability, or desire, if we were to become friends again. So you can see that people can interact and live in two totally different worlds. And though I saw the probability that he really wants to beat my ass and leave me bloody on my front porch, my probability, my best probability for our relationship is not that. So probabilities can be like living in different realities or different worlds. He's got a very different mindset than I have. So it's really pure beauty and pure joy when two people with different probabilities and different desires can share a more closely knit frequency in the probability that they want to create together. So that's when you get the joy with somebody in a friendship or a relationship or a partnership. And when I say partnership, I mean business partnership or agreement. Maybe you've hired somebody to do some work. When two people have more of the same frequency in potential and possibility, that's when you get the harmonies and the love and the really good feelings of joy and spending joy with and time with somebody. And if you have really different frequencies in potential, possibility, and probability, that's when there's more chaos because there's more separation. You're not on the same vibe. So I just wanted to talk a little bit today about probability, possibility, and potential, and to let you know that I do have a new ability that I'm going to be working with my clients once I perfect it on myself. And that's one of the ways that I've always learned is being self-taught, and I do get a lot of like higher intelligence guidance. That does not mean that I always listen to it. That does not mean that I listen to everything that I hear, whether it's energetically in another dimension, or whether it's on the news, or whether somebody says something to me. I like being self-taught and getting all of my own wisdom and personal information first, and then I like to make decisions most of the time. I've never been one to sit and hear something and have it regurgitated and then try to reproduce it. So school was not my friend. Like, I am not a fan of sitting in a room for 8 hours and listening to somebody speak and then try to replicate what they've said. So I'm not a fan of that. Even when I worked in a salon, I did not work under somebody. I worked with a group of people, and I did ask for help and wisdom and knowledge and techniques from my coworkers, but I always made them my own. And if I didn't know how to do something, I figured it out. And that's how I've always been. I've always been into solving things and finding solutions, which is why I created Creative Intuitive Solutions. So if you'd like to book an appointment with me, it's facebook.com/88CIS88. Have a great day. Happy New Year.